The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
I'm a Raider fan because of my dad and Marcus Allen.
I'm a Raiders fan. Born in Oakland, I will always be loyal to the silver and black.
I'm a Raider because I came back to the Bay from LA with my team.
I'm an Oakland Raider fan because of my grandmother. Town business.
I'm a Raider fan. My grandmother raised me as a Raider fan. Tailgate, and people give you a beer. I mean, for real, like, because you're a Raider. You're a Raider. And
cheers
got
to that. That's how this is going
everything. I mean, I just remember, to me, what hooked me more than anything in the world was walking in and everyone just Raiders! Raiders! And that was it. Oh my God! What went through my body there?
Yep.
Ooh, what is up, Raider Nation? Welcome to For Life, Our Raider Story. This is our take. I'm your host, Spicy Raider Girl, and I'm here with Mother Moon behind the scenes. What is up, Mother Moon?
What's up, everyone? It's good to be here this evening.
Yes. And there's so much craziness going on in Raider Nation. It's it's free agency day 2, and so much has gone on. So many unbelievable things, really. I think we're all kind of like in need of something like this for a support system, if nothing else, to try to figure out what's going on. We are going to talk about that in just a little bit. But first off, I want to start out with a couple announcements. So that intro was from our YouTube series, For Life, Our Raider Story. Seasons 1 through 4 are out now. Now, here's the thing. Check those out. Make sure you go back and watch those. They're about 8 to 12 minutes each. There are 12 in total. So watch those. And you'll want to watch those because we are having a special trivia show this Thursday. This Thursday with Mother Moon and Omar from the B-Lot crew at 6 p.m. So make sure you check that out. And I just gave out two. I think I just gave out 2 of the answers, right?
That's why I was laughing. You sure did.
So if we have lots of swag to be giving out. We are giving out. So first place will get our patch, a rally towel, a t-shirt, and this cool hand tote. And I think second place will get the tote and the shirt. Mm-hmm. And third place will get I guess either your choice. Yeah. So check that out. Go watch our episodes. They're awesome. That we tell our story about how it is to be an Oakland Raider fan and how we've transitioned into being still a Raider fan. So yes, and there'll be Raiders trivia as well. So you got to know your Raider stuff. It's not just about the show, but there is a lot about the show. It's about half and half.
Yeah, it is.
So also, don't forget, we are raffling off 2 tickets to tour the Allegiant Stadium to help raise money for Nasili's fight. This is to support the Tuiasosopo family. He started Nasili's fight to raise awareness on the opiate epidemic and to push a law to make changes with that. And they want to call it Nasili's Law. So the tour will include a drink voucher, and you'll get to take the tour with the Ice Mob, Mob Boss himself, Raiderette Black Ice, and Jersey, as well as members from the For Life cast. So to enter this awesome giveaway, it's $10 per entry. So if you end up, not winning, it still goes to a great cause, right? It still goes to fight this epidemic. So, if you can donate, if you're able to, please do, because it will help this cause. The catch is you'll have to be present in the fabulous Las Vegas Tuesday, November 13th at 12:30 p.m. So entry details are on the screen right now. So if you feel giving today, go ahead enter for $10. I know some of you already have. If you're not able to make it on that day, it is just a donation to a great cause. And we will be presenting that donation on May 15th at the event out in Las Vegas to support that benefit at Tommy Rockers. We'll be broadcasting live there as well.
That's right. That's right.
So what's up to everyone in the chat line? Executioner, I see you. He says, what's up, Raider Nation? Lonnie Cash, we love you too. Back at you. You are good to us as well. We appreciate you. Q, what's up? Good evening, Raider Squid. Robert Vega, nice to see you in here. What's up, Vanessa? Travis, as always. Travis is every Raiders fan, number one cheerleader. And by the way, there's going to be a lot of clues in this episode tonight, in this show tonight, about some of the trivia. So, pay attention to what I'm saying.
Pencil and paper out.
And check out the episodes. So I also want to say, after this show, immediately following our show, every Tuesday at 6:30, the Black Hole Unleashed is on Facebook. So when you're done enjoying this, head right over there. And this is kind of breaking here, and I'm really excited to kind of I don't really say I'm a part of it because I didn't do much except for show my support.
Yes.
But I think that counts for something. The All Raiders podcast is premiering next Monday, 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern, with Lonnie Cass, Chasen, and my favorite, a segment with little Chucky Gruden, Chucky's Corner. So make sure everyone checks that out. If nothing else, tune in for him because he's the most awesome Raider fan that exists. Wouldn't you agree, Mother Moon?
I do agree. He has a big heart and he loves his Raiders.
He does. He definitely does. I wish I loved them the way he did. So innocent. Right. So yes, make sure to check that out. And we're going to have them on the show, I think, at some point as well. And vice versa, we'll be on their show. And you know Lonnie, he's been on our show several times. We went live with him at Allegiant Stadium Super Bowl weekend. He did a performance with his hit song, Knock Knock. So make sure to check out that episode as well on our YouTube channel and all of his music. And we were in his video as well. We were getting it on. So I was doing my crip walk. I don't know if anybody else would classify that as a crip walk or just, I don't know.
They call it a
tripping.
Yeah, tripping. Two left feet dancing.
Yeah, right. Check that out. What's up, Darlene? Nice to see you in here. Veronica. Hey, girl. Always nice to see you as well. Omar, Mighty Thor, of course, Lonnie Cash, Scream in the house. All right. So we've gotten through all of that. And now the moment or the reason we're all here in this support group for tonight, right? More shocking news coming from the Raiders headquarters. I don't even know what to make of what happened today. But we are going to discuss that with Nevada Nick. And Nevada Nick will also be giving his March Madness bracket. So you wanted to tune in for that because I feel like every time I bet what he tells me to, I never lose. So
this is true.
Stick around for that. Yeah. So without further ado, let's bring in my special guest co-host, Nevada Nick. Hey, what's up, Nevada Nick? How are you today?
What's up, Angela? What's up, Mother Moon?
What's going on, Nevada Nick? Are you confused as we are, or you got some dirt?
No, completely confused. And give little Chucky like 4 or 5 more years, gets into those teenage years. I'm sure that innocence will be gone, and he'll be your average Raiders fan.
Right? all like bitter and confused. And Oy. So yes, I mean, there's just so many things going on today, but let's get right into it. The Raiders release center Rodney Hudson. I mean, this was shocking to all of us in Raider Nation, I think, and maybe just throughout the NFL. And I think it just left us kind of reeling, like, what is happening? What is going on? What is the reason? Did he ask to be out? Do they think he's too old and they want to completely rebuild because we've seen the Raiders dismantle the O-line so far? I don't know. I'm sure. I mean, Derek Carr has praised him. It's his, Derek Carr to him, that was his everything. That was his number one man. And the way they cater to Carr, the Raiders, that is, it's a shocking move because you think that they would want to do everything to make him happy because that's what they've proven to do thus far. So for him to leave, it makes me think that he wanted out. What do you think, Nevada Nick?
Yeah, doesn't make any sense. And it's not just Raiders fans, it's the NFL. A lot of people were shocked by this. And it doesn't make much sense because they're actually have less cap space now. So they have $2 million less in cap space. So I just don't get it. And when we're talking, you've already lost 3 starting members of your line. Now, the heart of the line is your center. That's your quarterback of the offensive line. He makes your line calls, your adjustments, and you're talking about a Pro Bowl center. So very surprised by that. You know, I guess I'm kind of stunned. I'm really curious. Like we keep saying, oh, they have a plan. They have a plan. And yeah, look,
we keep saying we hope they have a plan.
Yeah, they hope to have a plan. Look, I really like the signing of Ndakwe. He's a good defensive end. They got him at a good number. You know, a guy like Bud Dupree, who's a linebacker, but, you know, he's basically an edge linebacker like a defensive end. He got $85 million. Some of these guys are getting overpaid. Even J.J. Watt, you know, into his 30s, injury riddled. He got 2 years, $31 million. So that was a good contract. That was a good move for the Raiders. He was the top guy on my list for them. I just liked the fit, and I thought the number would be good. But, you know, now they've lost 5 starters on offense. And, you know, it's kind of concerning because we all, you know, like the offense and we're fine saying, okay, if we run the offense back, just fix the defense. And now it's like, well, now you got to fix the offense too. So I'm really, I'm really curious. They have to have a couple more moves coming down the line. You would hope, because if not, they have too many holes to fill and not enough draft picks.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I mean, you always hear Gruden say he wants draft picks. I want draft picks. I want draft picks. It's like I feel like that his ego is going to get away and be the demise of this team, or he thinks that he doesn't want anything to do with what any other coach did or anything like that, and he just wants to like completely build his own team and not work with what was kind of already there. Right. And like you said, there's just not enough draft picks to do it. And even if there were, I mean, the Raiders have proven they don't really know how to use the draft picks well. And in fact, I read today that they're shopping for a wide receiver of all things. You draft a wide receiver in Ruggs first round last season. Right. They never figured out how to use him. Maybe they need more time to figure that out. Sure, I'll be patient. But then why now shop for a wide receiver when you've dismantled your O-line and you never really had a D-line? Like I'm Tuck rules the word of the night, by the way. We're not allowed. Okay, again, we're not allowed to use the F-bomb on YouTube. So, you know, I'm going to enter what the Tuck rule are they doing, Nevada Nick?
Well, and look, they're rumored supposedly with Juju Smith-Schuster, which I wouldn't understand, frankly. Look, you don't win in the NFL by winning the offseason. The offseason winners every year doesn't mean you're going to make the playoffs. But, you know, I like the second level type free agents. So, look, we're still on the second day. I'm going to try to spin optimism here. Hopefully, you know, there's some moves down the line, especially, too, you would think as a front office and a head coach, they're thinking, we need to make the playoffs this year. I mean, you would think, you know.
Time's up.
So they have to have a couple offensive linemen, you know, that they're gonna sign. We'll see what happens. I mean, but look, there's still some good players out there. You know, you got a good tackle on Trent Williams out there. You know, they've cleared a lot of space. We'll see. But, you know, as it sits right now, look, I am as concerned as you and as what's the word I'm looking for? Just baffled like you are. I don't get it.
I think every Raiders fan thought it was going to get better yesterday and today, and it's not. It's gotten worse. Yeah. Like nobody, I don't think anyone thought it was going to get worse, and this worse. And then what's happening with Gabe Jackson? Is he cut? Is he not cut? Now he's not cut potentially. So now they have to keep him, right? Or do they not and carry out their plan of rebuilding the whole line? I mean, now he seems like he's in limbo. I mean, we were all kind of wondering why did that happen? And now we don't even know if it's happening. Well, call us, everyone. Call us, let you know this is your opportunity. I know I've been having conversations with most of you either via text or Facebook Messenger all day. So I know you have a lot to say. So this is your opportunity.
Yeah.
We don't take callers very often. So if you want
Right.
to call, now today's the day.
And
Yeah.
Scream wants to call, so Scream, get your
Yeah, Scream wants to scream, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
no, it's look, yeah, you added one player, but you subtracted 5. So the math isn't adding up. It really isn't. And hopefully,
And the literal math isn't adding up in terms of dollars spent and how they've spent them and how much money they've saved. I get there. It seems like they're clearing space for something, maybe
Right.
like one big deal, but I don't think they need one big deal. It has to be multiple. Like they need 10 players at this point?
Yeah, pretty much. Now, Angela, one thing I wonder if it factors in. You would think it wouldn't, but it's known Mark Davis is I don't want to say poorest, but of all the owners, he has the least amount of money in the NFL. Now, he was expecting to go into that big, beautiful new stadium last year in Vegas, and it didn't happen.
Right.
So is this partially, I don't want to spend as much money, and I want to obviously bring in money this year and get my money in? And I don't know, because it's starting to look that way, because you have over $40 million in cap space, and that's without the Mariota move. They moved Mariota, it's $49 million.
Yeah.
I know they made a signing yesterday, but there's a lot of cap space. And usually with that cap space too, it's all backloaded. So those guys, like, you think, oh, it's $13 million. Well, like in Dockway, it might be $10 million this year and $16 million next year. A lot of the contracts are backloaded. So there's a lot of money to spend. So we'll see what happens.
We will see. I don't know what happened with that caller. Call back, I suppose, if you want to call in. Give us a minute to situate. We might here we go. I think he's calling back here. It is my friend Raider Scream. Raider Scream, how are you? Tell us how you feeling tonight.
I'm doing fine. How are y'all doing?
We're doing good. We're just trying to figure out what the hell the Raiders are doing.
It's been a mystery for a few decades, but I mean, as long as we hang through, we gonna see Super Bowl ring number 4.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we'd all like to see ring number 4, but I don't know how they plan on getting it when they've dismantled the entire team.
I was pretty upset. Like, let Trent Brown go down the road. That's fine. Gabe Jackson, I think he's still within arm's reach. I think I met Gabe Jackson's parents, his mom and his dad in New Orleans back in 2016. And I guess Gabe was younger then, like all of us. But to let Rodney Hudson go, I mean, the only dude that always show up on the top 100,
yeah,
out of all NFL players, that's a big loss.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I don't know what they're doing, but we'll try to figure it out. I'm gonna let some other callers get in here. Scream. So I know a lot of people want to call in, and I'll let Nevada Nick respond to your comments.
Right on.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it just sounds like everyone's confused. At the moment, he sounded super confused. I don't know. I'm at a little bit of loss for words, and I'm trying to communicate with Mother Moon, but that's not succeeding.
Well, I saw Thor said too, please no juju, and I agree with him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to read the comments here as well. It looks like people are just saying nobody wants to play for Gruden. Is that what you're speaking of to Nevada Nick? Yeah.
No, I was saying Thor had said no Juju Smith-Schuster, and I agree with him 100%. Look, that might be part of it, because you wonder, I don't know if it's necessary they don't want to play for Gruden, although offensive players, look, there's a lot of talk that Gruden's offense is stale. But I would say, too, the instability. I mean, what happens with this team if you sign long-term and they have a bad year? Is Gruden going to be gone, and you have a new head coach who, look, the pattern here of Mark Davis hiring head coaches has been awful. He's had some very bad hires. I mean, you bring Lane Kiffin, that was a disaster. Dennis Allen was a disaster. Yeah. So It might be, just lack of faith in the organization as a whole. And look, there's some things that come out of.
Wow. I mean, you said it, but we all. Well, I'm not sure if we're all thinking it, but I definitely think that most of the time, to be honest with you, Nevada Nick.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you can see that as kind of an honorary Raiders fan, if you will.
Yeah, and look, I don't want to hate. I really don't. I wanted to see the Raiders come out and make some moves and a lot of positivity and hope. I really did. But how can you be? You know what I mean? If you're a realistic human being who looks at something and is honest about it, you can't be happy right now. I mean, that's just facts.
It is. We have Thor on the line, I think. Thor, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What you got to say? Everyone sounds so sad.
I know. Before I hear his voice.
Honestly,
It's called disappointment.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the nonsense. I don't have any questions. I don't have nothing. I'm ready to trust the process, I guess. I don't know what process it is. I'm just a fan, and I'm right now, I feel defeated, but whatever. We'll see what happens. I keep hearing people wanting to keep the faith and say there's these moves, there's something's going to happen. I'm like, okay, whatever. We'll see. I'm Red Nation every day, no matter what, whether we go and 16 every year. And I feel like they're trying to make us do that. I feel like with the Oakland A's of the NFL right now, we get people and the few bright talent we have, we just get rid of them or something, and it's that time after that. So yeah, defeated. We're a little defeated, but maybe he does have something up his sleeve. I don't believe it, but maybe he does. I just keep hoping,
Yeah, I think the thing at this point, the something is now turned into he has to have a lot of things. I mean, that guy's got to be wearing a bomber jacket with puffy sleeves or something to have as many hats or tricks to pull out of that. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't know. I have no idea. But let's see what they decide. Well, let's see what they put together. It's a long way to go. We still have more free agency to come. We still have a draft. And so I don't know. Maybe there's some miracle we can hope for and pray on it. And I'm gonna keep believing and hoping, but I'm not holding my breath. That's for sure. I'm Raider Nation all day, no matter what, though. So
for sure.
Yeah, I'm a little upset about it. I was really upset. I happened to be on the phone with one of my good friends today when the thing came across our phone. He just started cussing out everyone on the phone. I was like, man, we just got to shake this one off. He's like, got to be, kidding me. So, whatever, man, it's all good. I'm not surprised by it anymore. I'm really not.
I was surprised by this one. I was really surprised by this one.
I'm just, yeah, sure, but I'm not surprised by the anything at this point. I mean, shit, maybe they'll surprise me and move on from Carr. I don't know.
Hey, why not at this point?
We'll see. I mean, here we go. Let's see what he's going to do with no offensive line. Then they'll have that excuse again. I don't know. I'm tired of excuses from everybody on the team. I just want to root for him, and when I'm not going to be upset, anymore. I'm just going to be happy if they pull out some wins here and there and keep hoping.
Oi. All right.
We're not going to.
Yeah, I don't know. Thor, my friend. Oh my gosh, you're starting to sound like the Raiders fans we make fun of about being okay with mediocrity. Look. Thor moves to Vegas. All of a sudden, he's got a different mindset.
I'm just a little defeated right now. I'm tired. I'm beat. I've had a long week.
All good, my friend.
Coming up.
Well, thanks for calling. I feel you.
I'm still here though, baby. Let's go, Red Nation,
all day. All right, Thor. Thank you for your call. Yeah,
his balloon is deflated.
I know, right? Wow. I mean, early if we would have had the show when the news broke, I think it would have been like a lot more anger than deflation. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yes, I agree with that.
Oh my! Now we're like had a chance to think of it all day, and I don't.
We can't think of anything,
so
go with it.
So yeah, give us a call. Let us know what you think. What's up, Oso? I see you've joined. Oso thinks They have something big up their sleeve. They've got tricks. Okay, I'd like to see some tricks. I like tricks.
No, I still think they have something up their sleeve. They have to. And plus, too, you see when these new teams go, and I hate to bring it up again, go into new stadiums, they like to have these big moves, these exciting things to excite the city and excite the fan base. So I would hope there's something, because if not, it's not going to be a lot of people going into Allegiant Stadium happy with the team. They might like the new stadium, but they're not going to be happy with the team. That's for sure.
It's funny you say that, because since they haven't built up the D line that we all thought that was going to happen in these past couple of days, they've actually dismantled the O line. And my thought was, okay, no O line, no D line. Do not hurt my resale ticket value. Oh, shoot. Do not hurt my resale ticket value, people. Okay.
I think we're okay there.
I think I missed a call. Yeah, call back in. We got Raider G. Raider G always has good things to say. Let me get him on the line here.
Since we heard from him.
What is up, Raider G?
Santangela, what's happening? Samantha, Nick, Mother Moon. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Well,
We're trying to insert the word tuck rule instead of the F-bomb, since we're live on YouTube, because it's one of those kind of days,
Okay, I'll watch my language. Definitely want to talk about the whole Rodney Hudson thing. It's a shock to all of us, but in my opinion, and again, this is my opinion, I don't know how valid it is, but do you guys remember that last year, Rodney Hudson restructured his contract just so they can keep Gabe Jackson?
Yeah.
We had got, I think, like under $10 million. I think that Gabe Jackson is his friend. I think that's his buddy. And I think for the sake of continuity, I think that's the reason why Hudson did it.
Actually, if that's true, I kind of love that reason.
Yeah. And actually, but Gabe Jackson last year, not only did he play all 16 games, but he also did not give up a sack, but he was cut.
Right.
Now, I understand that he was scheduled to make $9.6 million this year. I don't know if the Raiders had asked him to restructure or what. I don't know. But all I'm saying is that if I'm Rodney Hudson, then I'm pissed at the Raider organization.
Okay.
Because
like most of us,
the player who, because the player who I wanted to keep on the team, I basically had to restructure my contract to keep him. So now he's gone. So you're basically messing with my money, Raiders. And if he asked to be let go, that means it was more personal than it was business.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. And then you see players like Aguilar gone.
Yeah.
Really, when it comes to our offensive line, to me, we just lost two. We lost Hudson and we lost Jackson. I don't even count Incognito or Trent Brown, because neither one of them have been there all year long anyway.
Okay.
Trent Brown has only played 5 games. So those two guys were non-factors. But the thing is that now we have basically only one returning starter as of right now. And that's, what's his name? Miller, Colt Miller. I don't know what the plan is. We'll see what the plan is. But I'm glad that we did. I'll say this, and I'll let you chime in, Angela, and the rest of you guys. But I'm glad that we got Ngakoue, because we really did need to invest heavily on the defense. I'm glad we did make that move. But, the contract that Ngakoue got, 2 years, $26 million, was the same exact contract that Nelson Aguilar got from New England, 2 years, $26. My whole thing
$26.
Raiders is that, so my whole thing is with the Raiders is that for some reason we don't want to keep players that's productive for us, but we would rather give that money to players who are unproven, who hadn't even put on a freaking Raiders uniform yet. It baffles me. I hope that Ngakoue, however you pronounce his name, I hope it works out. But again, we'll see. We will definitely see.
Yeah, you make great points. You always make great points. I would say that I do think that for Aguilar. I think the price tag was a little too high for him personally, but I understand what you're saying. He did produce well for the Raiders, and so there's no loyalty there. But we know that the Raiders are not loyal to anybody, a city, players, fans, or anything. So that doesn't surprise me in that aspect. I just wanted to throw that jab in there. That's all.
Or is that a hint to the show?
Right.
So, all right, Raider G. Well, thank you for your comment and let Nevada Nick respond to your comments.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
For my call.
Thank you.
All right.
Take care. Bye.
Nevada Nick.
Great call. He's right. Interesting tidbit with the Rodney Hudson and Gabe Jackson relationship, and he's right. I mean, they're two of the better offensive linemen in the NFL. Both have been Pro Bowlers. I don't understand the move. I agree, Angela, with you. Aguilar, a little pricey for my taste. I'm a little concerned too. Once he gets paid, that you might see more of the Philadelphia Eagles, Nelson Aguilar, than the one you saw last year. I think they're hoping that Ruggs is going to replace him in a sense. Will he have the production of Aguilar? I don't know, but I think they figure it's a cheaper version of Aguilar and hoping he makes some leaps between his first year and his second year. But look, it's very interesting, and I would like to know if that's true. If that's maybe Rodney Hudson saw his good buddy. And look, let me tell you, I was a lineman. That is a tight-knit group. And if he did that for him and then they released him, maybe he was upset and just sees what's going on and said, you know what, I want to move on and go on elsewhere. I don't want to be here anymore. And they let him go. Because, I mean, look, Carr was protected last year. That's the one thing you couldn't say. Right. Like I said, I didn't like the running of the ball in the second half of the year, but they protected Carr really well. And now, I wonder how that's gonna be. He might be running for his life, as you mentioned last week, Angela.
Well, and I don't mean to jinx him. Yeah, like I said, I mean, what's the over under on the week that he gets injured at this rate? I mean, of course, I don't want that to happen. I don't want anyone to be injured, but I mean, we're going to be seeing a lot more pass intended for and a lot more of the ball thrown away. I think if there's nobody to protect him, because we know Carr's not going to try to make things happen or keep the ball in his hands too long. So it's going to be a lot of quick how do you say, quick plays, if you will. Like if he doesn't see it, I think it's just going to be gone. Personally, I did want to read I'm going to put up a quote that Gruden had said. I think it's very interesting. So take your time. I'll leave it up long enough for you to read, and then we'll pop back on here. If we did come up with the money to make the Khalil Mack contract happen last year, we wouldn't have any of the men we're talking about now. We would not have Trent Brown. We would not have Antonio Brown. We wouldn't have a LaMarcus Joyner. We wouldn't have what's that? Fonte. Yeah, thank you. And we wouldn't have Tyrell Williams. We wouldn't have any of them. Well, did the Raiders have any of them, Nevada Nick?
Nope. And except for Joyner and Brown, the rest haven't. I mean, Tyrell Williams was hurt this year, but all the other ones were gone before this year too. I mean,
yeah, and money lost, and really money lost, not just gone, but money lost.
Yeah, that's a damning quote to me. A damning quote, because that's telling you those are the guys that they acquired that are first coming to head as guy coming to his head that are guys that are going to be cornerstones of the future of the franchise, guys that they're adding to their team to take it to the next level. And look how they worked out. None of them did. And it's
it was costly, and they're all costly.
Right. Well, and that's why you need to hit on draft picks, because you don't win in the NFL by, like I said, winning free agency. You supplement your team with free agency. If you're like the 1 year the Eagles made the Super Bowl back in 2004, we needed a receiver. We went and got T.O., paid for him, and made it to the Super Bowl. So situations like that just you're going for the guy, you're going for it. I'm fine with it. But, you see some of these guys. Jonnu Smith, the tight end from the Titans, had 448 yards receiving this year, got 4 years and $50 million. I mean, it's obscene, some of the money these guys get. Yeah. So, which I understand that they're not going for these top-level talent, but they better have a plan to get in these, if you want to call them second tier or B free agents, because they need a lot of them. And they need to start making some moves and adding some players to this team because, like we said before, they're not going to have enough draft picks to fill all the holes they have.
Definitely not. And can I just make this point? I think the Chiefs are stacked and they're continuing to sign players. The Chargers are getting stacked. And the Raiders O-line is dismantled. And I think that I'll say arguably, because this is my opinion, because arguably, even though this is not my opinion, I should say, arguably, the Chargers also have the second best quarterback in the division. So there's that as well, right? So some people will say that he definitely is or he definitely isn't. It doesn't matter. That makes it arguably. But either way, the Raiders are competing for third place, and none of these moves have helped the situation while we sit and watch those other two division rivals continue to get better.
Right. And look, the Chargers, you mentioned the Chargers brought in the first team All-Pro, number 1 rated center in the league to that offensive line yesterday in Corey Lindsey from the Packers. So All-Pro center. And they already had Trey Turner, the guard, perennial Pro Bowl guard. So they have a very good line. And, you mentioned Angelo. I think Herbert's a better quarterback than Carr. I mean, upside, definitely. Future, definitely. I mean, you could maybe argue Carr might be better at this point a little bit right now. But when you talk about for the future, I'm taking Herbert every day of the week, twice on Sunday. And look, the Chiefs, they signed, the Tooney, the guard from – now they did release 2 of their tackles, but still you go out and you get a guard. Let me tell you about Andy Reid. I know a lot about Andy Reid. He is huge, and that's why he's been so successful over his career, because he puts a lot of value in the offense and defensive lines. And that's why he went out and did what he did. Now, they paid a lot of money for him, but they knew they needed to protect their $500 million quarterback.
Well, yeah, and it's interesting that you say, the Chargers, what they acquired in a center and what the Raiders have just given up. So, I mean, that's not good news for Raider Nation. I think we have a call. Mother Moon, we have a call?
We do have a call. Caller, go ahead.
Angel, what's going on? How you doing?
What's up, Jared? How are you? What you got for us tonight?
Well, not much. Nick, how you doing?
How you doing, Jared?
Tell us.
Jared,
you're on.
Yes, you're on, Jared.
I was just saying hey to Nick. That's all.
He said what's up. He said what's up.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, though. It's been a crazy day in free agency. You think about all these quarterbacks and all these people switching places. I mean, last night we saw Bucky Free go to Tennessee. We saw Tyson All-Along go to Jacksonville. Of course, Mike Dillon to Cincinnati. I mean, next thing I guess Schuster probably out the door tomorrow, along with James Conner. I mean, you got quarterbacks changing places. Andy Dalton going to Chicago, which I think that's asinine, if you ask me. I don't know why he ended up as a Bear. Then you got Fitzpatrick, of course, going to Washington, Brissett to Miami. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, it really is. Then you got Bronx resigning with Tampa Bay. Of course, Tampa Bay spending a ton of money on all of New England. Of course, New England getting after that tight end today, Henry from the Chargers. I mean, the big question is, however, which of these guys are going to be the big stories tomorrow besides Juju and Connor? I mean, I think one of them is going to be obviously one of Nick's boys, Zach Ertz. I mean, I think his time in Philadelphia could be done. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see who goes where tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Jared.
Here you want?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Spice.
Oh no, Jared, are you? Is that all you have for us tonight, Jared?
Well, not only that, I got something even bigger for you guys to tell you about. I got my March Madness pool here. How are you guys going to be surprised to hear who I got? I'm going to let you guys see what I've got.
All right. Well, hold on. Don't be spoiled. We gotta let Nevada Nick go first. So stay tuned. All right, Jared. Thank you for your call.
Yeah, go ahead and put your comments in a bit. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling. Nevada Nick, do you want to say anything else about the Raiders, or is that a good transition to go into the March Madness bracket here?
I'm good with whatever you do. And to answer Jared's trust me too. Zach Ertz, the Eagles are waiting to get proper compensation. He's leaving, he's gone, but they're waiting to get proper compensation for him.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Jason Hunter says he's too much in a bad mood to call. Just wanted to say hi. Well, thank you for joining.
And
We appreciate it.
that's telling you something, because I'll tell you, I love Demon King. Great guy, one of the most optimistic, positive guys I know. And, but look, Jason Dean, it's, look, there's some more time. Let's see what they do in the next few weeks, because, like I said, they still have a ton of cap room, and hopefully I'm going to try to be optimistic. But Angela keeps telling me, when the other shoe's going to fall. So we'll see. I'm going to try to be optimistic.
All right. Well, yeah. Okay. I keep as a new Raiders fan, I just keep telling him to prepare himself because
we're all optimistic at one point. Right?
I honestly can't remember the decade.
No, but we were. So
I want to say. No, that's not true. Okay, I was optimistic the year after they went 12-4. I thought they were going to have a run for the Super Bowl. I thought it was unfortunate that the car broke his leg and that they were going to come back, even wanting it more and having something to prove, and then losing season. What was the record? I forget. Doesn't matter.
It was 4-12.
4-12. I think it was 4-12.
Sorry.
No, I think you're right. And I wanted to say that, and I was like, ugh. It's all right. Nevada Nick's keeping us honest here. That's the other thing you have to learn. You have to have short-term memory, I think, as being a Raiders fan as well.
I want to say Raiders Squid just said Nevada Nick again with the we.
Oh, he does say we a lot. He says we. I don't even say we. I always say the Raiders. He says we. So yeah, he's all up in there. Squid, come out to Vegas for the Philly game because Nevada Nick's gonna be there wearing black. And he's gonna and when the Raiders beat the Eagles, he's gonna be yelling Raiders.
Well, the way it's headed, I think the Eagles are gonna win. The way it's headed, man, Raiders just keep losing players. We'll see.
Yeah, we shall see. All right. Is there anything else you needed to cover about the Raiders? I think we kind of covered it all. Yeah. Do you want to go into your bracket? Shall I show?
Angela.
Shall I show? Oh, go ahead.
Angela, do you want to talk about the Kyle Long? That's a possible.
Oh yeah. I would like to. Yes, thank you. Okay. He always reminds me. Yeah, I love it.
No, and look, he was a good lineman. He retired due to some health. He was banged up, took a year off. Also, did not like Matt Nagy, the Chicago's coach. They didn't get along. So I think, look, I think he was talking with the Raiders. Obviously, his dad's Howie Long. So yeah. I think that's a possibility. And if you get him, at least it plugs one of the holes. But that's the other thing too. Even Denzel Good, who was like their sixth lineman, is he's gone as well. I mean, he's a free agent right now. So we will see what happens.
All right, we got Demon King on the line. Uh-oh. Demon King, talk to us.
How's it going, y'all? Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday night. It is Tuesday, right?
It is Tuesday. Talk to us, Demon King.
Little different thing in the Raider Nation today, y'all. As you saw, as I have too, the Rodney Hudson, the release, but he asked to be released. I kind of understand that we're asking him to take another pay cut. And, if someone keeps trying to take your money and they're not helping that much, you're going to be like, you know what, just let me go. Let me go and see but I don't think he's going to go to a winner in Arizona. They're not going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, is that where he went? I didn't even know that.
He didn't go there yet, but that's where he's going.
I see.
He's going to be in Arizona. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're not going to go in and they'll win 9 games. Big deal. They're not going to do anything in that division anyways. But Andre James, they got to see what he's got, so they're going to go with him, I guess. We'll see what else happens in free agency, in the draft. Right now, I don't even know. I hear people saying we're going to draft the center with the 17th pick. People are out of their damn minds.
Oh, wow.
They're crazy.
That is crazy.
Ndakwe, I love it. I love the Ndakwe signing. I really do. Young, mental case, perfect for the Raiders. Pass rusher, great. If we go after an offensive lineman, it would be Christian Darrisaw from Virginia Tech. because he might be there at the 17th pick, or like that I've heard from some of my friends, we may trade down, get more picks, get somebody deeper in the first round, maybe a defensive tackle, because I personally don't think Barrymore is worth the 17th pick. I don't think any other offensive line other than Darrisaw. If you guys don't know who he is, go watch him. Go watch him. He played for Virginia Tech. Very good offensive lineman. He's a good tackle. He'd be good for our team since we need that right tackle over there.
Yeah.
But other than that, I really don't have much to say about it. Usually, you guys know I always have a lot to say. And
you have a lot to say, and you're usually a lot more spirited and a lot more optimistic. like Nevada Nick said, this call in itself is telling, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still optimistic. I still think we're going to go 16-0 in the Super Bowl, but maybe not today. I don't think that.
Maybe not today.
But it's rough. I mean, yesterday I was loving it. I was like, yeah, Yannick Ngakoue, awesome. And then today, the cornerstone of our offensive line, which there's a couple factors to look into. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but you know what? I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. I could care less. I never did. Rodney Hudson, 32 years old. Okay. He's not really that good of a run blocker, for one. He's a great pass blocker, probably the best in the league, but he's really not that good as a run blocker.
Okay.
And we have a dynamite running back there by the name of Josh Jacobs. Y'all remember him? I know we have Derek Carr, but we still have Josh Jacobs. And Aguilar leaving, I don't know why everybody's up in arms. He's not worth $13 million a year.
Well, we agree.
On,
we both agree.
Yep. Yeah, he had one good year. And it wasn't 48 catches ain't even really that good. Come on, man. I get 48 catches in 6 games in Madden.
No, we would both agree with you. We both agree with you there. All right, Demon King. Well, thank you for your call. I'm going to let Nevada Nick respond to your comments.
Awesome. You guys have a great night. And Ed Sheeran, I can't wait to see you on tour.
There's a Demon King we know and love.
I'll tell you.
All right. What do you have to say to that? I know you agree with a lot of the things he said.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. And the one thing I doesn't agree with, he was talking about some of the backup linemen. And to me, it's if the guy couldn't start for you last year and all these guys you're releasing, what gives you faith he can be your guy this year? That's what, just like, Denzel Good, who we talked about, a lot of people are saying, well, we'll get him, we'll plug him in. He's not that great of a lineman. And then Lester Cotton, he couldn't make your team last year. He couldn't even make to be a backup on your team. Why do you believe there's going to be this sudden change and he can be a starting offensive lineman now? If he couldn't make he couldn't make your 53. He couldn't even make it to be one of your backups. Now he's the answer. I don't.
Welcome to being a Raiders fan, Nevada Nick. Hello. Like we're just like,
Yeah, no, it's and look, the one thing, like we said, that's good. And Ngakoue was a good signing. I think now it probably changes that first round pick. I mean, do they go line now with offense, or do they still maybe try to get a defensive playmaker like Jason Dean's boy, Jeremiah Owusu-Karamoah from Notre Dame?
Wow,
we'll see.
Impressed. Look at that pronunciation.
Yeah, you had to say it. I still can't say it.
There
you go. Boom. You had to do that like 10 times. That was impressive. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, we have to wait and see still. There's some time left. Let's see what they do over the next couple weeks and go from there. But there's got to be more coming. Has to be. Or else, the Raiders are in trouble next year.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Do we want to go into some March Madness? Do you want me to show the bracket now? Should I show them now?
Yeah, you can put it up.
All right. Let's show the bracket. Drum roll, everybody. Good job, Moon.
Chicken scratch there. It's the hand running's not great, but just a couple tips when you're doing your bracket. First round wise, 1 through 4, don't pick upsets because there's sometimes there's a 4 seed that wins, but it's so hard to pick that. You're better off just taking all the 1 through 4 seeds in the first round. And look, if one gets upset, you're still 15-1 in your first 16 games. Another thing, good tip to do is to look at point spreads in the first round because those 5-12 matchups, you'll see sometimes you think, well, one's a 5, one's a 12. That's where the upsets are. But then you look at the line and it's really low. So that's telling you Vegas thinks these teams are a lot closer than the seeds. So those are some tips. Look, everybody's going to take Gonzaga in this pool. If you're doing a pool, taking Gonzaga, I mean, essentially you're going to, if they win it all, and look, there's a possibility they win it all. But if they win it, it's going to be so hard. You're better off taking somebody else, taking one of the other teams, and being one of those few people that has another team. And with the Zags anyway, look, they've only played one game. I mean, they've won all their games by 10 or more. Okay, there's one game, and it was the third game of the year. They won by 5 points, and that so that's all the way back, in December, and they won by 5, and that was against West Virginia. So they haven't faced much adversity. I'm really curious to see how they handle some adversity. If you got a tight game in the tournament and you start feeling the pressure, how are they going to respond to that? Also, in their bracket, Gonzaga, there's 3 teams, and they're the 2, 3, and 4 seed. So the next best seeds, they've played them all once this year. So those teams have gotten a look at them, have know what they're dealing with, and they all have revenge because they all lost to them. So I'm going to go against the grain. I think Gonzaga is going to lose. I don't even have them going to the Final Four.
Wow.
I'm going to take Kansas out of the West bracket to go to the Final Four. They do have a COVID issue, but basically, if they can get out of the first round, they're going to be okay. And I think they'll win their first round game. I'm going to so I got Kansas going to the Final Four out of that bracket. And then I'm going to go with Michigan out of the East bracket. So Kansas versus Michigan, there's on the one side of the Final Four. And the other one, I'm going to go Baylor coming out of the South and Illinois coming out of the Midwest. And then I got Michigan versus Baylor in the title game, and Baylor winning it all. So
wow,
well, yeah. Sorry, when everybody they say everybody zigs, I zag. Well, the Gonzaga's the zags. So I'm going to say when everybody zags, I'm going to zig.
You're going to zig. I love it. When everybody zags, we going to zig. It was interesting. Kind of side note here. So this is the first year, I believe, since what was it, 1976, and that neither was it Kentucky nor Duke have made the tournament.
Correct. And that's the other people, everything else people are going to, because there hasn't been an undefeated team since 1976 either. And the Zags are right now undefeated. Oh. And if they win they have to win 6 games to win it all. They'll be 32-0, just like that 1976 Indiana team. So everybody's saying, oh, look, just because, Kentucky and Duke didn't make it in 76 and was an undefeated team, that means Gonzaga is going to do it too. But like I said, I don't love Gonzaga's strength of schedule. Look, they can score with anybody. I don't care who they play. But I want to see them play some good teams, some good defenses, and I think they're going to go down.
All right. Can I put you on the spot here?
Yeah.
Okay. So we didn't discuss the women's bracket. Do you have a pick for that?
UConn. just UConn. Hey, it's like asking if you're going to take a women's tennis player. Who are you going to say, Angela? You're going to say
Serena.
Just take Serena, baby. And I mean, in women's college, look, there's some other good programs, but UConn's been so dominant. I mean, I'll just go, and they're number 1. I'll take UConn.
All right, there you have it.
Good.
So what's a good bet on that? If is there a good bet if they're quote unquote favored or something? Should you parlay it? Like, am I using the lingo right?
No, you can bet UConn. I don't know what to be honest with you, I didn't look up the odds for the women's championship, but a lot of those, like Gonzaga, to me, in the men's, they're essentially 2-1. So if you bet $100, you get $200 back. That's not enough money for me. I just don't think the value's there, and they got to win 6 straight games. That's why, like I said, I liked Kansas and took them to win it all. And I think your better bet is getting a Baylor who's 5-1 or a Michigan who's 8.5-1, where you're going to get more bang for the buck. So, if you like Gonzaga, bet them in the games and try to win their money. But to only get 2-1 and for them to win it all, it's just not worth it to me.
All right. So your money is on Baylor, correct?
Correct.
Can I share your bracket with everybody on our social media?
Yeah, no problem.
All right, we're going to share Nevada Knicks picks on social media, Instagram, Facebook. Tell me.
And that's one of like 8 brackets too, so you know. But that's my official bracket.
That's your
I guess I
official
told you
one.
I'm a degenerate. I got to get a bunch of different chances. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go with.
All right, there you go. You've heard it first right here. I'm going to bet. Why not, right?
Oh, why not?
I mean, why not? What's the tournament schedule? Because I know it's a little obviously off because of
it's a little different. It's in Indianapolis. They're doing like a bubble type scenario. So usually it used to start Thursday. Thursday will be the first 4 games, and then it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then next week it'll be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Okay.
And then the following weekend you get to the Final Four, and it'll be Saturday, Final Four, Championship Monday.
All right, there you go. All right, Nevada Nick. Well, thank you so much. Look out for our show. You know, there's a lot of Raider news that I think that we're going to hear in the next couple days. Wouldn't you say? Would you agree, Nevada Nick?
Yeah. I mean, it's still early, and what usually happens is you get the top tier type free agents because they kind of set the market. They go out there, and then you'll have your second tier free agents. And look, there's still some very big names out there. Like I said, the best tackle on the market, Trent Williams. The Raiders get him. That's something we can talk about. That'll get the juices flow a little bit. That'll get me a little excited. But there's still some players out there. There's still plenty of moves to make, and hopefully the Raiders make them.
Yeah, definitely. And so if those things happen, we are just going to probably do just a couple like quick pop on live shows to discuss the things. And if you want to come and discuss it with us, set the notifications on your YouTube here so you know when we pop on for any breaking news come the next couple of days, I suppose. Yeah. All right, Nevada Nick, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
No problem. Good night, Angela. Good night, Mother Moon.
Good night. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
That was Nevada Nick with Nevada Nick's picks. All right, so we are going to wrap up here soon. Again, remember, we have this awesome raffle going on with the Allegiant Stadium Tour. If you can, please donate. Again, the entries are $10, and it is to help an awesome cause. If you can find it in your heart and you have the funds, please do. This is for Nasili's fight. Yes, Mother Moon?
I just want to say, if you can't make it and you could just donate, we have 15 people on here. $1 helps.
Yes, this is true.
Whatever you can do.
The information's down there. And if you do want to donate the $10 and be entered and you can't make it, I mean, this would make an awesome gift. Like people would love you for that.
Yes, true.
So if you can. And we are going to have the giveaway live from Allegiant Stadium as well. And that will be next Friday the 26th. Is that correct? Next Friday the 26th, I believe Jax will be out at the stadium with our own Mighty Thor, and they will be they will be drawing the winner. So make sure to enter. Again, all of the information to enter is on the screen. Just put Nasili's fight in the comment so I know to enter you. It's $10 per entry. Of course, you can donate in increments of 10 for entry, or if you just want, like Mother Moon said, if you want to donate, $1, every dollar counts, and we will be presenting our how do you say
fundraiser,
our funds, the check, however you want to say it, on May 15th when they have their benefit out there. And also make sure you tune in next Monday for the premiere of All Raiders podcast at 6 p.m. with my dude, Lonnie Cash, Chasen, and my favorite Raiders fan ever, Lil Chucky Gruden. Knock on wood if you're with him. Check that out because he has a segment on there. And right now, head over to the Black Hole Unleashed on Facebook. They have an awesome show as well. We were on their show last week, so we want to thank them for having us. They named us the Wu-Tang Clan show. I'll take it. I'm not mad at that. Head over there. They're live on Facebook right now. Thank you all for watching. But before we go, I forgot the most important plug, right? I almost forgot the most important plug. This Thursday, March 18th, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern, special trivia show with Mother Moon. And we have all of these giveaways here. First place will get the rally towel. The rally towel here, along with the t-shirt, the hand tote, and there's a patch somewhere around here. I think I dropped it. Second place will get 2 of the 3, and third place will get 1 of the 3. I don't know. I don't know where it went. Anyway, make sure to tune in. So there'll be shows for there'll be questions about the Raiders, but there'll also be questions about our YouTube series, For Life, Our Raider Story. So check out seasons 1 through 4. There are 12 episodes.
There are 12 episodes.
Little Chucky appears in some of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a persona that appears in a lot of them.
There is.
Our show starts with a particular song.
Yes, that's really
and there's
a lot of
6 cast members. Who knows the names of that? Oh my God, I'm giving away. They have plenty of time to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
So if you're watching right now, you're a step ahead, and you can find out all of those answers by watching our YouTube series. And here is another clue right here. We go out one way, and only one way,
which is
Raiders.
Our story. Yes, I represent the nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Raider Nation, our story. That's right. And I'm with Spicy Girl and that Mother Moon. La Familia. Mighty Thor and a Quiet Q. Super Hood. Omar. On the grill. And the B-Lot. 3 amigos. 4 brothers. Mr. Nicely seasoned. What's the mariachis without Senior Raider? Representing just like the beginning Oakland Raider. Darlene and the Raider home. What about Little Chucky Grooted, my boss. Black Eyes. We're tailgaters. And it began on an autumn day, right here in the OAK. California dreaming in that golden state. Alameda County right here in the Bay. And you could find me on that east side, yo, representing that east side, oh. But no matter what, we represent the shield, just like Anna in the band club Emeryville. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Raider Nation. Our story, our story. Yo, representing silver and the black, Mr. Matter of Fact, yo, is here. Without showing any pity, from Oakland to Los Angeles to Vegas, all the way to Mexico City. And I represent that nation. Our story, our story. Yes, I represent the nation. Our story, our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Raider Nation, our story. Right. Yo, this is my story, and I represent it with the pride and the poise, commitment to that excellence. I represent with noise. This is how I do it. The silver and the black, and I come into the track, and I represent it. Matter of fact. And I'm cruising around with Hollywood Raider all around the town, and I just found out Raider Savage on the interstate. Raider de la Baja, yeah, orale. So get over here, cause we representing now. And that I don't win as a pirate. The I don't win as a breeze. The I don't win as a race. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Raider Nation. Our story, our story. Yo, representing silver and the black, Mr. Matter of Fact, yo, is here. Without showing any pity, from Oakland to Los Angeles to Vegas, all the way to Mexico City. And I represent that nation. Our story. Yes, I represent the nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Raider Nation. That's right, Mr. Matter of Fact is here.